I grew up in a farming community, and my family was your average farming family who lived on subsistence farming. Actually, there was very little cash exchange. It was really bartering between neighbors and friends and relatives. Whatever you produced, you exchanged with whatever your neighbor produced, and you lived off of the land that way. And that's how it went till 1948, when the Nakba happened, and the majority of the Palestinians in what became Israel were driven out of Palestine, and we accidentally stayed in Palestine in our homes, and with that we lost also most of our land. The day that the village surrendered to the advancing Israeli armed forces in 1948, and the army essentially collected all the able-bodied men in the center square of the village, and it's called the Marah. And in Marah, about 100 of those able-bodied men were selected and stood against a wall, and with a soldier kneeling with a machine gun, and everybody expected that that was it for those men. And in a while, a truck arrived, and these men were ordered to go on the truck, and a couple of trucks, I guess, and were trucked away. And we were so happy to see them taken away, which is, of course, a contradiction, because everybody expected that they would be killed. And they were taken as prisoners of war, so to speak, and were put in labor camps for a couple of years, I think it was. I remember the armed forces having collected all the work animals, the work cows from my village and from the neighboring village of Deir Hanna. And it so happened that our home had a large enclosure, and so they brought all these work animals, specifically bulls and cows, and they kept them overnight in our yard. And I remember a woman whom came at night and was crying, asking my father to release her cow for her milking cow for her, and singing songs about her, sad songs about dirges, actually, about the loss of her cow. And then for quite a few weeks, I had 3 brothers who were young men, and so we were afraid for them, and they ran out to the mountains, and we were taking them food and water every day and delivering it to them in the wild. And every time we heard the sound of a car coming from the west, that's the entrance to the village, we would run to the side of the mountain where we knew where they were hiding, and we will shout some signal to them to know that there is the armed forces are in the area. I was 11 years exactly on the day that Israel was declared an independent state. So the day of the Nakba is my birthday, it so happens, my 11th birthday. And those are some of the memories.
Dr. Kanaaneh will be on a book tour in the United States throughout fall 2015 and winter of 2016. To schedule a talk or book event at your venue, please contact him directly at Hatim Kanaaneh events@justworldbooks.com. You can also contact Dr. Kanaaneh through his publisher, Just World Books, at events@justworldbooks.com or by phone 888-506-3769.